Hey guys, Marmalade here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I thought it'd be kind of cool to put a video together of a lot of the new gear and accessories that I've gotten for 2021. As you may or may not know, I've been hiking and backpacking for about 5 years now, and since starting to become ravenous with the sport. And so the phase I'm in now is not a beginner stage where like when I started, I went to REI and just bought, without doing any research, just bought one that kind of looked cool and fit right, and just grabbed stuff. I wasn't weight conscious. I didn't know if it had functionality, things like that. But that's where I was, like most people, when you start. And until you experience backpacking and try your gear, how do you know what to do? So my phase now is dialing in my gear. Everything has three purposes. It's either going to be weight, size, or functionality. Those three things mean a lot to me. I'm not a switcher of gear and products very much. I don't. I like to be able to depend on what I have. In my past life as a golfer, I did that. I hardly ever switched clubs or putters or anything like that. I wanted to depend on it, whether I was playing well or not. I wanted to know what my clubs were going to do, and it's the same with backpacking. I want to know that what I have, I've used, it's trusted, and I can depend on it when I'm out on the trail. I have done some switching lately only because I've been in search for almost 5 years for a tent. I finally got a Z-Packs triplex tent that I love, and so far I've had no problems with, so I'll have that tent probably for the next 5 years, who knows. But yeah, I won't be switching that out. I had to get a new backpack, which I'm going to show you as part of my 2021 gear, but it's mainly because my other one had over 4,000 miles on it, and it was just flat out worn out and not very comfortable. And lastly, I hate to do any kind of disclaimers, but this is just stuff that works for me. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Everything I purchased myself, except for one that was a gift that I'll show you. But everything was purchased by me. It's what I use. I could see myself maybe in the future switching and finding maybe the latest and greatest thing too. But I like I said, to depend on what I have. So let's go through all my gear. And so, like I said, some of it's gear and some of it's accessories and smaller things. But I want to kind of show you what I've been like working into to slowly get my kit, my backpacking gear, lighter, more refined, and smaller. All right, first off, you saw probably the unboxing of this. Is my new Z-Packs Arc Haul 62-liter backpack. I'm getting ready to do a 2-day, 24-mile section hike of the PCT in about a week, so I'll get to use it officially for the first time. I've loaded it up, and I found out that I think it's the right size for me. I got a large frame and a large belt. I'm going without hip pockets. I attached my old water bottle holder and kind of accessory. I'm not going to have the waist belt pouches like I said here, so I'm going to try to keep those things like ibuprofen and chapstick and things like that and glasses in here. One of the key elements for me was the weight. My old ULA circuit I absolutely loved. It's just worn out. It was on the medium to light side at 43 ounces. This is 23 ounces, so I'm saving 20 ounces on the backpack alone, and that's huge for me. Being a bigger guy, my clothes and pack and tent, everything's bigger, so I have to carry more weight. So to go really light like this is going to really help me. But like I said, this is not a full review, it's just an overview. I'm super happy with this, the accessories and how it fits on my back. I'm really intrigued to use it in a couple weeks. I'm just hoping it's my next great pack. Okay, besides my pack, the first thing I wanted to show you is I got 3 Cuban fiber or Dyneema now stuff sacks. They're cinch top from Z-Packs, and they're color coded because my new pack is a mesh, so I can see through it. So my old pack was solid, it was stretchy but solid. I couldn't ever find the thing I needed. I couldn't see it. What I like is you can see right through it. So I purposely got 3 different sacks with 3 different colors to color code for me, so I can just reach in really quick and grab it. These weigh 0.17 ounces, so under 0.2 of an ounce each, so they weigh almost nothing. They're waterproof. But this blue is for my water kit, my water filter kit. So I've got my water bee-free filter in there. I've got a little cut down bottle for a scoop. I've got some extra caps, sports stop caps and stuff for my bottles, but this compacts down to almost nothing, so that's great. I got green for my ground sheet, my Z-Packs ground sheet, which I'll show you in a minute. It was one of my purchases, but the green is just, it matches my tent, which is the green color. And then I'm gonna go back to my old, I haven't been doing this in the last year or so, but when I was through hiking, I had a designated bag for my snacks, because with my food bag, when I would pack my bag, that you want to put the heavy stuff in the middle of your pack, I would be down the middle of my back, but it was buried in things. So then when I didn't really think it out when I first started my through hike, but when I get to my first break or even lunch or something, all my food was buried in my pack, and I have to unpack half my pack to get to it. So I ended up finding a little cheap like seal nylon bag and a hiker box, and so I grabbed that, and that's what I used. I had a mouse chew through it, so it's no good anymore. So I ordered just another bag. It's actually kind of see-through. I threw some stuff in there, but so my daily routine will be when I'm like this 2-day trip I'm coming on, even though it's only 2 days, I'm gonna put all my snacks in this and keep it on the outside of my pack in the stretchy pouch. And that way I can find it easy and I have it all in one place. So it just makes it easy and I don't have to get into my pack for anything. Next is my Z-Packs Roll Top Ditty Bag. This is a little bigger than those, and it's gonna really organize my pack better. And what I'm gonna plan on carrying here is my poop kit with toilet paper. There's the Deuce of Spades in there. I have my first aid kit, which I'm actually gonna refine and make smaller, but yeah, it's just in a quartz freezer bag Ziploc. And then my electronics bag, it has my headlamp and all my extra cords, and it'll have my battery in there, my exterior battery and all that. But that's what I'm gonna carry in my ditty bag. Like I said, it's roll top, it'll keep it all dry, it's really small. But once again, it's a gray color, so I'll be able to see it really easily if I need to grab it. All right, so the last thing I'll show you as promised is from Z-Packs, is my ground sheet. It's Dyneema, and I bit the bullet. It was $120, but it's a triplex ground sheet for my triplex tent. And I really see the value of it. I also can use this for maybe a rain cover if I wanted to create like a tarp to get out of the rain or sun, something like that. But yeah, this weighs 3.1 ounces and fits perfectly. So I'm really happy. It's gonna keep my tent from wearing faster and also getting muddy and dirty. All right, my next company is called Light AF, and I've never ordered from them, but I ordered 2 bags from them, and I know a lot of people that have them, and I know they make good stuff. So one of them was I wanted to save a little weight, so I got this flat bottom round pot bag. It only weighs 0.1 ounce, so 1/10 of an ounce, and fits my 550 milliliter pot perfectly, so I like that. And then we joke about this on trail. This is something you wouldn't bring in a thru hike, but I have a Chair Zero. It's an ultralight chair. It weighs 1 pound, and I got the bag for it. And I actually going to bring it on this 2-day trip coming up, but I wouldn't bring it on a thru hike, of course. But this weighs 0.2 ounces, so 2/10 of an ounce. It shaves about 4 ounces off the bag that the chair comes with, so it's just a little bit extra. But this is my luxury item when I'm hiking shorter trips. And being a tall guy, it's nice to be able to not have to sit on the ground and sit in a chair. So yeah, that'll come on some of my trips with me. So love this so far. All right, next is lightsmith.com, L-I-T-E. And I love this site. I'll just show you some of the small things I get from them. They sell even Leuco tape and things in small amounts. You don't have to buy a whole roll. It's made for backpackers, and I just love their site. I've been wanting to get this knife forever, and it's not very cheap. It was like $65, but I got it on sale for $40, so I got it. And that's the Spyderco Ladybug 3. I don't know if you can see how small this is, but super small. Let's see how much it weighs. It weighs 0.61 ounces, so just a little over ½ ounce. But yeah, it's a locking knife, super sharp. Just love this thing. You can see that. I got some ultralight scissors. They have a little cover over them. Really, they weigh almost nothing, like I think it's 0.1 ounces, so 1/10 of an ounce. But yeah, love these. And yes, they only had pinks. That's what I got, so don't give me a hard time. I get my Nylafume pack liners with that. It weighs almost nothing. You can buy one. I bought a single one this time. You can buy a 3-pack, but I love these things. They're really crinkly sounding when you are putting your gear in there. It's actually kind of unnerving, but when you put all your stuff in there, it keeps your stuff from getting wet. But once you have it all packed in, you're packed tight, it makes no sound. So it's kind of crunchy and wrinkly sounding, but it doesn't sound like that once you start hiking. So love this thing. I bought a lot of these. I don't know if you can see this. Let me take it out of the bag here real quick. Probably should have done this ahead of time, but it's wise when you're backpacking to have a backup filtration system. And on the trail, you know, obviously you want things to be small and light. I didn't want to bring up a backup filter, so my backup was, you can order all sizes of these little containers. You can pick even the color O-ring. So if you have multiples, you can pick different colors, and that'll mean something to you, whatever you put in them. But my backup was a little thing like this, of bleach. And if you don't know, you can put 2 drops of bleach in a liter of water that's not filtered and give it about 20-30 minutes, and it should be fine to drink. So that was my backup. I didn't want to carry a whole nother filter. Like I said, I probably wasn't going to need or use it. And on a through hike, you see a lot of other hikers that you probably can borrow a filter anyway, but that was my backup. So I couldn't find that from my through hike, so I bought another one, and that's going to be my backup. Oh, and lastly, I forgot about these. I bought, these kind of seem silly, but I'm going to try them out, see how they are. I just bought some zipper pulls. They're just little strings, and I'm going to put them on my tent zipper so they're easier to grab. But I bought like 6 of these, and they sell them at Lightsmith too. Just makes sense. You can do it on your backpack too if you want, but I'm gonna try it on my tent. Oh, and the last thing I got from lightsmith.com was these light load towels. They come in these little hockey pucks the size of like a $50. they're compressed. You can see the wrinkle because I haven't used this. But it's like a synthetic material, and I got 2 sizes. You kind of see the logo there. This one I throw in, I have like an assorted bag that's got like all kinds of things like my body glide and tissue paper and just my bug net, things like that. I throw this in there, it weighs nothing. Throw that in there. I have a towel to clean condensation in the tent, wipe off mud. I can, if I'm dirty, I can use this to soak in a river and clean off. I also have a smaller blue one that's actually wrapped around it's in my cook kit that's around the gas canister and my stove and all that, just to keep it from rattling. And it's also to clean my pot out. So I have a big and a small one from Light Load. Next is Mountain Laurel Designs, and I had never ordered anything from them, and still haven't anything major, but I needed a steak bag for my tent stakes that was longer. My tents were, I got longer ones and they were hanging out of the bag, so I ordered this Dyneema bag. It's long. You can see I have long stakes that are 8 inches long, and this fits fine. It's super light. This weighs 0.1 ounces, so 1/10 of an ounce, the bag. And I not only ordered this, but a while back I ordered some of the longer nano stakes, they're called. They're hard to find. I can only find them at Mountain Laurel Design, and they sell them. I've learned it from Darwin. That's what he uses because they're strong. They're a little longer than I wanted, but I actually like them for my triplex. It makes them stronger. But this is a nano stake here. It's aluminum, weighs, it's like 0.1 ounces, so like 1/10 of an ounce, or maybe 2/10. But they're very strong. I thought they'd be 6 inches, but they ended up being 8 inches, but I'm fine with it. So I carry 8 of these, no, excuse me, I carry 6 of these for my 4 corners and my 2 trekking poles that hold up, where the doors are. And then I carry about 6 or 8 of these really lightweight V stakes. They're just super thin and light. I have them from, I think, my Tiger Wall UL2 tent, so I bring those. For the other parts that pull out like near the head and the feet of my tent, those aren't that weight bearing, so I don't need a super strong stake, so that's what I use for that. So yeah, so I had already had nano stakes previously from them, but 2 of them I kind of bent, so I ordered 2 stakes and this bag, and I'm super happy with them. All right, next is Outdoor Research, and I have a few things from them. You guys have seen this. I've had this for probably 2 years. This is the men's Echo hoodie. It has SPF qualities. It's got a hood. It's super light. I'll weigh one and put the measurement right here. But this is I've had forever, and it's getting a little worn. It's still lasting for a while, but I've been trying to get one in the black for a long time. And if you ever go on the sites, if you've ever searched for stuff right now, I don't know if it's because of COVID, but everything outdoors is sold out. But I finally got a black one in my size, and I used it on my previous hike. We just did Eagle Rock, and I loved it. They're amazing. I'm probably gonna get a few more. This is a great, like, I wear shorter sleeves like this when I hike, but this is a great thing in the morning when it's a little chilly to throw on. Like I said, a lot of my friends I hike with actually use this in the desert when we hike, even when it's 80 or 90 out, because it's got SPF qualities, like I said, and it keeps the sun off your body. It has a hood, so if you, like I wear a hat, I can pull the hoodie over here and have complete protection from the sun, except for your hands. So it's a dual thing, and because it's synthetic in the sun when it's hot, yes, you're probably gonna sweat over like a t-shirt like this, but then because it's synthetic, the wind cools it down, you actually get cooler with it. So they have all kinds of colors. You don't have to get black, but I'm really stoked about this. Just got this. All right, and the other thing I got from Outdoor Research, I actually got from 2 Foot Adventures when I was up there. I showed it in a couple of videos ago up in Julian. They have gear for the PCT hikers when they come through. But I've been looking for a lighter, thinner, more compact pair of rain pants. And as you guys probably know, if you ever look for ultralight thin rain pants, are very expensive. But again, because of the outdoor situation with COVID, almost everybody's sold out. And I also don't know my size because I am 6'3" and I'm bigger. And it turned out I got a double XL. And that's the other thing, when you're bigger, like I said, all my stuff is heavier or bigger. So I have to go ultralight just to kind of counter some of the sizes of some of my stuff. But I got this great pair of rain pants. There's Outdoor Research there. And this is double X. They have zipper bottoms, so I can pull them off. You can see waterproof zippers at the bottom. I can pull them off over my shoes. I don't take my shoes off if it stops raining. And I just weighed them. They are 5.4 ounces. So I'm saving about 3 or 4 ounces off my old rain pants. And they literally compact about, doesn't really look like it right here, but they're very small. This will compact, it's like probably half or quarter of the size of my old one. So this is gonna take up a lot less real estate in my pack. All right, last I'm just gonna go over a few oddball things I've had that don't really fall in any category, but I've been eyeing this. It's by Accurite. It's a thermometer. It weighs like 1.7 ounces. I have a little D-ring on it. I hook it to my pack, but I really like this thing. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to take a close-up picture of it and put it on here. But what I really like about it, in a 24-hour cycle, like I set mine up for about 12:30 or 1 in the afternoon, and so it measures the low and the high for the day, and I want it in the middle of the day because I want it to go all night. I'm really excited about knowing, well, how cold did it get at night? So if you have yours to reset at noon, then it can go all night, and in the morning you can see how cold it was. So yeah, this resets every single day, and I like it. It's just you can get this on Amazon. I'll try to put a lot of things I got on Amazon. I'll try to put the links below. I do have a I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I get a low percentage if you want to go there and order any of these things. Some of these things are directly from the company where I don't have a link, but yeah, really like this. I've eyed this. I hiked with Bart on my through hike in 2019. He had one of these, and ever since then I've been eyeing it. So I finally got one. All right, next off of Amazon, I got some Carabiners, and I needed some new ones for my new pack, and I use them for a lot of things. I have my Garmin hanging from, you saw my thermometer. This is from some company called Werewolves, and like I said, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I'll have it down below. I just weighed one. It's 0.10, so 1/10 of an ounce for one of these. I got a 10 pack, and they even come with some other rings and things on there. Yeah, I got a whole pack of these, so really like these. And my thing, I had some that you have to kind of pay attention to the class. This has a strong class. Some of them that fall apart really easy, but this one has a good one. So so far happy with these. All right, another thing that I've been eyeing for a long time too, and I finally got one, is a Rawology cork ball. I got a small one. It's about the size of a golf ball, a fraction bigger. But you really, on through hiking or longer hikes, you have to take care of your feet, and I've been always bad about it. When I did the desert portion of my through hike, you know, I lost a lot of weight. I leaned down. I got my trail legs. I felt amazing, but your feet always hurt. My shoes were perfect. I never got a blister, but that's just a lot of pounding. I was started at 250 pounds plus a 35, 40-pound pack. So you can imagine the beating your feet take, no matter how big or small you are, and your feet always hurt. So taking care of your feet is important. So I'm going to do a better job of that when I'm on trail. So I got one of these. It I think it weighs like I don't know, it's 0.3 ounces, so 0.3 of an ounce. But anyway, I'm stoked about that. I can't wait to start using that. All right, next is not really gear, but if you guys notice, I wear readers. I don't have a strong prescription, and I had LASIK years ago, and so I see really far, but I'm just I'm farsighted but not nearsighted. So I slowly have phased into wearing them when I'm on trail, just to see the better definition, and I don't trip, and I can see what I'm walking on. So I tend to wear them all the time, which is not good, but that's what's happened. And I don't have a prescription. I only need readers, so I only need a slight prescription in these readers. So but I live in the desert, and you guys know I hike a ton, and it's super bad not to wear sunglasses out there, but I couldn't see very well out of them. So I kind of hastily ordered some sunglasses that had some prescription in them off of Amazon, but I didn't really read it closely, and they were bifocals, so you know, you had the prescription down low, and they were just screwing me up. When I looked down, I could see clear. When I looked up, I couldn't see. So this time I ordered a 3-pack of reader sunglasses, and it's hard to see here, but I'll show you. You have a blue pair, a tan, and then the black. And I used them on my hike I just did out at Eagle Rock, and I just love them. It's hard to pick glasses like this when you can't see how they're gonna look on your face, but I really like them, and I can see crystal clear, and I'm protecting my eyes, so I'm stoked about that. So we'll see how these work, but this is kind of what I'm leaning towards. Is, you know, it's smart to wear sunglasses, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so this isn't something I bought new, but it's something I'm going to switch to, and it's making sense. I first saw it on Darwin's video, and I used it for years, and then I went to the Z-Seat pad, which I used on my through hikes. Everything I've done for probably, I've had this, it's actually tearing. I've had this for almost 5 years, and the thing works great. It's, you know, to keep, you know, a little pad when you unfold this, as you know, Z-Seat pad, if I can get it undone, to sit on. I don't know why, but I always put the silver down just to give yourself a little padding on rocks and things, but also if it's wet or muddy. So I've loved this thing, but it made sense to go to my Gossamer Gear Thin Light 1/8 pad. I've had this for a while. It was actually gifted to me from my friend, Lucky Strike. It's cut down. I'm going to put the measurements right here because I don't know them by heart, but it's super thin, super light. It's been cut down. It's more of torso size for me, but the thinking is that you can fold this up. I can use it as a butt pad if I want to sit on stuff. I hike a lot in the desert here on the PCT, and there's a lot of sharp, pokey things. So the theory is I'll have my ground sheet for my tent, then the bottom of my tent, I can lay this down. It also helps my air mattress not slide around, and it protects my air mattress from all the pokey things, because I know on my through hike I went through 2 air mattresses because of punctures. So it also creates a little bit, I think it's like a 0.5 R value, so a little bit of warmth, but more anything, it's multi-use. Also, sometimes we take breaks, you know, and we go find some shade if it's hot or whatever, and I can lay this down in full length and keep myself from getting all filthy. So it's got multiple purposes. So You know, I've had this for a long time and used it, but I just didn't really think outside the box on all the uses it had. So that's what I'm going to do. These are almost impossible to get. You can get copies on Amazon, I guess, of this, but the Gossamer Gear has been sold out forever, and every time they get them, they sell out. So I'm lucky I've had it for years, but I'm going to reuse that. So that's not a new piece of gear, but I'm switching to it. Another thing I was going to show you too that I just got, I showed it in one video, but I haven't been backpacking much, so I haven't got to use this, but this was a gift. I did not buy this, but it's from Hilltop Packs, and it's a new food bag with, how cool is that, with my marmalade logo on it. And this is from Dave, my buddy in outside of Seattle, and I appreciate that very much. I really like it. It's actually it's Cuban fiber, but it's very thick. They can print anything on their bags. But it's very thick. It probably weighs the same as my food bag, maybe in a fraction more, but it's very durable. And one of the cool things about it, I can't really show it here, is it's got a sleeve put in. It's hard to see here. There's a sleeve to put your spoon in if you want to do that. I just lay my spoon in the bottom flat, and so I can roll it up, but it's got a sleeve if you want to put your spoon that you eat with in there. But yeah, I really love this, Dave. Thanks again. And I just want to show you that. Hilltop Packs, go check them out. Like I said, this was a gift actually, but I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but they make amazing stuff, and they can print almost anything you want. All right, and our last thing is something I've had for a while. You know, basically in backpacking, most people are using either Sawyer or Be Free. I've gone to Be Free. It's got a much higher flow rate, but it was hard to find actually, because every time they got them in REI or whatever or online, they were sold out. But I got a 1 liter bag with my filter. So this is, if you're not familiar with them, this is the filter, super light. This is a 1 liter bag, so you can actually use it as like a water bottle like this if you want, but you can drink out of this. This is your filter. And so on a through hike, I didn't carry this bag. I carried this bag. This is 1 liter. I carried a 3 liter bag. The difference is when you weigh this is 1.5 ounces. This is 3 ounces. So by carrying this sometimes, this is good on a through hike, especially in the desert, because I carry the water bottles like this. I carry a couple, sorry, this is all bent up, but a 1.5 liter bottles, and I carry this small one on my chest. So I have almost 4 liters in bottles on me. But there were some really long 30-mile carries where we didn't have any water, so we need extra water. So you not only use this water for dirty water to put in a stream, and then you filter into your bottle so it's all clean water. But this is also can act as a carry bag if you need to carry more water. And I had to carry 6 or 7 liters, which is 2.2 pounds per liter. So you can imagine how much extra weight that is. But I had to carry this full sometimes on the top of my pack just to have water for later. But when I do, like I'm coming up, like I said, to do a 2-day hike on the PCT, we're gonna go, I think the first day 16 miles, and I'm just gonna carry enough water for 16 miles. But even if there was water on the way or something, I'm not doing a through hike, so I don't need that big giant bag to carry. I already have bottles that can hold up to 4 liters. So I can bring this and go in a water source. It's a little more work, because normally you can fill up 3 liters and filter quicker, but I'm not gonna be in a hurry. I'm not through hiking. So at a water source, to say I need a water, I bring this on day hikes, by the way. So safety thing, if you guys are doing day hikes like I do peaks, in case you run across some water and you need a water, you can carry this. It weighs like 1.5 ounces. But so on this hike I'm coming up, I'm just gonna carry this. It's spatially smaller, it weighs less, and then when we do the 16 miles to camp, there's a water source there. I'll be able to just fill this up. I have to fill it up 3 or 4 times. Actually, we're only doing 6 miles the next day, so I only need to filter water for my dinner, for what I want to drink in my tent, and then for 6 miles the next day. So I'll just have to fill this up 2 or 3 times, filter my bottles, and I'm done. So that was the thinking. I wanted to have flexibility now. I don't have to carry that giant 3 liter bag if I don't need it. So I'm super happy with this. Yeah, so check it out. It's 1 liter. All right, that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It gives you some ideas. I know I watch a lot of videos like this to get ideas of things to kind of refine my gear. So if you're at this kind of stage where you're not a beginner and you're looking for how to clean up and refine and organize, this might help you. I will put the links for all this stuff that I bought on Amazon and other places down below. If you don't see the link, it's because I don't have one, but it does help support my channel. So, you know, I don't make very much money on it, but it does help. So if you go back down there, and there's other things from past videos and past gear that are down there if you want to check it out. And it does help out, so I appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like, and leave me a comment what you think. Anything that interested you, anything that you think I'm missing or I'd be interested in. I'm always open to things. Like I said, I'm not a gear switcher, so I'm refining my stuff, but it's to make everything lighter and better. But I like to dial it in and be good to go. So I hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and thanks for watching. Until next time, see you down the trail.